I've thought about it, and there's not much to be learned right now from the Summer Wells case. So I thought, what can we do that's positive and going in the right direction? So then I thought, what do we know to be true? Facts, real facts. And I made a list. And I thought we would go over the facts, maybe give us some kind of direction. So today I want to go over facts we know about the Summer Wells case. And when it comes down to something that 100% fact, there's not much, but there is some that we can go over. We know that the call came in to 911 on June 15th, 2021, around 5:30, June 15th, 2021, and that was a Tuesday. That's a fact. So we know when Summer was reported as missing. For a fact. Now, this to me, I've never seen it confirmed on exactly 100% who this was. But I think we can say for a fact it wasn't Candus that initially called 911 and told them she was gone for a walk, Summer was 4, and those things. I don't believe that was Candus. People have said they heard it was this person, that person. I've seen nothing 100%, but I think we know it wasn't Candus. And what kind of goes along with that is like the domestic calls to the sheriff's office were Grandis. As close to a fact as we can get on this. And that is there were 5 people there when Summer went missing. Now, do we know that for sure? Not 100%. The way the story's told, feeling like law enforcement's got the story we have as far as when she went missing. So that makes me believe there was 5 people there. Now, there's a good chance there could have been a 6th, but we know there was at least 5 there. And having 5 there tells us somebody would have likely seen a stranger. And the dogs, I feel like we can't say 100% it's a fact. I feel like they were there, and I think they would have alerted to the presence of a stranger. So I think that helps us. We gotta rule out stranger abduction, in my opinion. Now I'm thinking this is a fact too. That is, Grandis was at the hospital that day. Now that tells us Ennis was out and about on the 15th. Everybody's like, yeah, that's what she says. But I'm just talking about, we're trying to discern some facts. And I feel like the Grandis at the hospital is a fact. So we know Candace went and picked her up that day. We know pretty much for a fact that Dawn was at least seen at the job site on the 15th. I don't know if we can nail down the time, but that tells us he was at least there at one point. And Dawn drove the Subaru. Now what we all got to keep in mind too is though, they had Grandis's truck, the Subaru, and the Silverado at their disposal. So that means Candace could have followed Dawn to work. He parked the Subaru and brought him back in the white Sonoma. That's why we knew 100% the reasoning behind that was because the Subaru could be tracked. We could learn a lot from that. Because I'm still saying I feel like the only reason he took the Subaru on that day was because it has something to do with Summer's disappearance. I've said this a million times. He would not have drove the Subaru doing the type of work he does, his brand new car. I know they don't keep the house in pristine condition, but I still don't believe you would be putting those tools and stuff like that in your brand new car. CPS removed the boys. Some people seem to think that's just protocol. It's not. I promise you that. And they waited a while before they removed them, but they removed them. Now that could have been for many different things, but we know for a fact they lost their other children after Summer went missing. And there was a good reason for that. I think it's even beyond the condition of the house. And I say that because CPS does not want to be ripping kids away from parents who are already missing a child. That's not a good look for them. So we know for a fact CPS took those boys, and that says in their eyes it wasn't a good environment. So that just solidifies what we know about the home situation. Fact. Police have said all along there is no sign of an abduction. I feel like if there was any sign of one, they wouldn't say that. They don't want to be wrong on that. Tuesday would have been the first full day without Dudley. I don't think that's a coincidence. A huge coincidence given the fact he had worked with Dudley for months now. And the first day Dudley's not there is the day Summer goes missing. That's a fact. Police have said they believe Summer is in the area. That's a fact. That's what they said. That's what the detective said. So that tells me the police do not think it was trafficking. You don't go to traffic kids and keep them in your area. Fact. Both families have a history of sex offenders. They have them on the Harrer side, and they have them on the Wells side. You know, that's a generational thing, they say. That seems to get passed along. That'd be a reason Summer would need to not be found, because an exam might reveal a history of that. A fact. Candus let non-biological males around Summer. Non-biological males are the most likely to commit some kind of abuse toward children. David Dodson and Robin Lane were both called to the Wells home on the 15th. That's a fact. Now that could tell us one or two things. One is it tells me that maybe it was just for looks. I don't believe the Wells are spiritual people, so that tends to make me think that was for looks, which a lot of these facts lead me in the direction of it was something planned now. I had been thinking an accident, but if you look at just the facts and the facts only, it makes me think it was planned.